Morning, guys. I realize if I tilt my head like this, there's no reflection on the glasses. But you're getting blinded by my corner light. So it's another Snoo day, and I'm making sure my uncombed hair is in frame. It's barely starting here at about 10 o'clock in zone 12, but it's supposed to be, let's see if I can tilt this up. It's supposed to be tremendously awful later to make cleaning very difficult to impossible. So I'm not going to try it. So I have to use up another personal day. And yesterday, of course, everybody's saying, "Oh, I'm not coming in," and the gung ho managers are going, "Well, we'll see." And I have a coworker who doesn't realize how badly she treats herself, and she's like, "Well, if it's going to start at 10, I'll go home then." And she lives north and east of me, and she's blind in one eye and 76 years old and has other trouble. And I said, "Well, I'm not coming in because I like me and I have to take care of me. There's no point for me going out in my little car, talk about that in a moment, going out in my little car and having some sort of horrid commute coming home only to reach a driveway that's not shoveled." And I've been in situations where I had to park my car on the street, go up to the porch, get the shovel, and shovel my way in. It no longer is happening. And regarding the Nissan, I finally did get my airbags replaced. I had a two airbag recall. I had a driver's side, driver's airbag, and front passenger airbag recall. And I got the card finally on Saturday, which may have been at the post office a day or two before. And so I call up and I'm getting frustrated because they have a new building and the phone system keeps shutting me off. But when I finally got one of these service managers that I've talked to before, and I made an appointment for Monday, went in Monday slightly before 8:30, and I was out by 11 o'clock. So that's totally taken care of, no charge for that. However, he said, "Your battery is on its last legs." I had no idea when one is supposed to change a car battery, since this is the first car I've actually owned. And I looked it up afterwards and realized that the average car battery lasts 3 to 6 years, 6 years pushing it. I've had that battery in the car for 9 years, so they weren't looking for something to charge me for. So I got a new battery, I got new wiper blades also, which was important because out here we've had this crusty ice. And so anyway, got taking care of what had to be taken care of. Everything else is good. They always give you this 40-point inspection and a huge sheet with red, yellow, and green things to check off. It's all very scientific. And so I got that done. So in theory, my car is prepared for whatever would have happened had I gone out. Next point, waiting to take down the president. I noticed that my conservative friends are being very quiet at work, very quiet. Is it near the end? Is 45 going to be out? And if I want to see when that happens. I want to see when that happens. This whole thing where he congratulated the crooked president of Russia for winning his rigged election. I mean, the man is so out of control. And I keep hoping, praying that out behind the scenes, there are some decent, honest people of the Mueller type, of the Comey type, who realize that this cannot go on any longer. It's gone on longer than I thought it would. And, the longer he's there, the more it's going to take us to recover, because this is another horrible fact. The Supreme Court justices, the justices that he's been putting in place now, and there are many, many, many of them, are very young, and they have life appointments. So whatever damage he's done now, at least in the judicial department, there's going to be repercussions for decades to come. We have to deal with this. We have to deal with it, and hopefully it will be dealt with. And a friend of mine on Facebook was saying, we have a fairly evident Green Party out here, but they don't do very well. And he said, should we be supporting people in the Green Party? Because they're just not making a difference. I mean, they're all very sincere, and we know the whole Jill Stein thing, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have the idea that you can affect change to a different party, but must the Green Party candidates pick one of these other two, the Dems and the Reps, to deal with, these hardened Democrats and the repulsive Republicans? I don't know. One more thing I have here. And that was, oh, no, actually two. One about bullying customers. I had a thing on Facebook that was reposted about bullying customers. Now, I have a relative who works in customer service and member relations in retail, and the trend has been nice lately, maybe more than lately, for any customer who complains about the slightest thing, whether they're wrong or not, to be rewarded for it. Now, I don't expect to be rewarded when something's not right. If my coupon's expired, my coupon's expired. But it's just so symptomatic of the country that people will make noise and get whatever they want. And that's not a cool thing. One more thing. Co-worker drives down prices for lawn care. This made me think of, again, people making noise. I have a neighbor who lives by herself. She has a fairly large house. She's very house proud. She really does take care of her house and her property extremely well. She's always on the up and up when something's the matter. But she didn't have a lawn person. She saw that there was a neighbor who had a lawn guy that did a good job. So she actually got a copy of what the guy charges, put in her mailbox. And she went systematically lowering every single thing he charged for and put it back in the mailbox. In other words, like negotiating with him on paper, because she, I guess, wouldn't have the balls to tell him otherwise. And he accepted it because people need work. And it's not fair. It's not fair. The guys out here, at least out here in Zone 12, most of the lawn care people are Latino, and they do a fabulous job. And whenever I've hired a gringo, they fucked up. They fucked up. They failed to do their job. They failed to come on time. They failed to finish. And my Nissan dealership happens to be in a Latino area. So I said to my coworker, yeah, I had to take my my car into Nissan, and they have a new office in Bayshore. And she made a face like I'd taken it into darkest Nimbivia. Latinos are excellent mechanics. The staff there, okay, I'm not sure about the polo shirt face staff, but everybody who takes your car, the mechanics and all, they do a fab job. And why do you have to say that? Oh, you went to Bayshore. Hey, people just are not nice to each other. I guess I'm not nice to my coworker telling you this story about her. This is the one who also made fun of giving another coworker a Fitbit or something because she was dark and you wouldn't see her at night. I mean, it's just amazing the kind of unconscious racism that spews out of people, including myself. You go back to my racist video where you see me in blackface to find this is how we were raised. We don't have to be raised this way. So 8 o'clock, I'm going to go into my CBT course online, let you know how that's going. Watch my favorite lecturing Scotsman, and I'll be talking to you later. Bye.